I suppose I equate success very strongly with survival, and I suppose not having to worry about paying my bills and taking away an insecurity. And I suppose I hark back to being a child and actively, you know, seeing my father worrying about paying bills, really worrying. We all worry about paying bills, but when I think back to those days in the 60s, they actually were in situations where they couldn't pay their bills. And I think that is often the spur and the motivation, depending on your background. I certainly know for me that my father was an incredibly hard-working man, and he probably taught me a great business tip in life, which was he was a carpet fitter, but he was employed by a company. And I remember the great debate in the mid-60s was whether he should go self-employed. And this was a huge, I remember as a child watching my mother and father and talking about this, you know, should I go out on my own, he called it, should I go out on my own? And I knew after that he was then in charge of his own life, because he could determine how long he worked during the day, how much he would earn. He wasn't on a set wage. And I have to say, I then took that tip. I had a couple of bad experiences in broadcasting where I wasn't in control of my own destiny, where other people decided my future for me. And I vowed, after that experience happened to me, where I had trouble paying my bills, paying my tax bills and everything else, that I would remain freelance and not put my eggs in the one basket, and so I remain to this day.
Can I offer an idea that says, can I redefine it and tell you what I don't think it is? I don't think it's about power. I don't think it's about image. I do not think it's about celebrity. And I do not think it's about the accumulation of wealth. So my redefinition, I'd have to add that it's transitory. What was defined as success in the early days of the Body Shop, which is what I'm mostly here about, was different. It was about earning enough money to live. That was £300 a week. Because Gordon, my husband, had disappeared for 2 years riding a horse across South America. And I said, well, and I never saw business as financial science. And I said, oh my God, I've got these ideas. What can I do? Just take £300 a week. And if at the end of the Saturday I didn't take £300 a week, I remember I had these log baskets in the Body Shop, and I put all the products in them, and I just knocked on doors and tried to sell them because I was obsessed with the £300 a week. Then a decade plus later, it was really defining it as being, hey, how can I be the bravest? I don't want to be the biggest. I want to be brave. I wanted to see if my language of a kinder, gentler way of doing business, which was really just copying what the Quakers had done 2 centuries before, and inculcating that. So it would have been, a few years back, it would have been, had we changed the nature and the purpose of business as more of a social enterprise than a financial enterprise. And now I think it's about being heard. If you're heard, that your opinion matters, and whether it's community or government. So I guess all defined and mushed in together is about, for me, is about the freedom to be spontaneous and the freedom to do what you think is the right thing. So I define that at this moment.